Welcome everybody to our live stream here on Friday. International Master William Pascal. We are hosting Blitz challenges from the subscribers and viewers. Thanks everybody for joining us. Astrobate, thanks for the donation. As I said in the chat, we couldn't do this without the generous people like yourself and others who have given so much to support me and my efforts to do this. Appreciate it. Friday Blitz challenges, guys. Everybody's welcome to challenge if you have an established account. You don't have to be a subscriber. I'm going to take the challenges as I get them. 5+3 casual is the formula. And the only requirement is that you have over 100 games established rating here. Blitz or slower time control games. Alright guys, welcome everybody to the stream. I am ready to go. On schedule here, Friday morning. I take 5+3 challenges and only 5+3 casual. We got a challenge from Troll and a Roll, Chess 960. Alright, Sandbagger. Sandbagging Troll. Why can't I click on that? Alright, there. Ready to go. Positive reinforcement. Queen in the corner. He likes to play. He likes to occupy the center with pawns. This guy. He's into central occupation. So we'll classify Troll as a classical player in that sense. Bang. So it's not that simple, but he's made it difficult for me to develop this bishop by playing f4, e4. It's basically like a weird closed Sicilian. I do have a tendency to gravitate toward trying to force my openings from normal chess. It's a little bit of what I would assume is a weakness. Chess 960 is not the same as normal chess. Okay, my queen is not happy with this diagonal. I don't like being on that diagonal, that potentially dangerous diagonal. So we're usually rook b8, but we're playing queen b8 here. It's a funny position. But I'm a little concerned, as I said, about my white squared bishop. That's going to be a serious issue. Alrighty then. How to get that white square bishop in the game? I mean, theoretically, I could play f5 later. What's up? WJ Loof, here early. Long weekend? Friday off? What are we looking at? Up late or up early? Ready for work? The setup is not bad. The old 23-hour shift. Sounds fun. Don't think I've ever done one of those. There are those streamers. I've never played in a marathon here on lichess. I've never played in a chess marathon period, actually. In the old days, in prehistoric times, they had over-the-board blitz marathons. I know at least two places where that existed, though I never attended. It's interesting. Marathon work is another story. Just another 10 or so, then you can enjoy your weekend. Okay, so that's a nice fat blunder. He simply didn't calculate. I don't really want to lose the file. It's funny, it would be okay to play. Okay, I expected him to play pawn takes pawn. I was going to say pawn takes pawn, queen takes queen, rook takes, bishop takes c3 check. But I would just prefer. Anyway, this is looking really bad. He basically just didn't calculate, but I think he should recapture on c3. He loses a pawn, but not necessarily everything in that line. Is this a mistake? Can that be right? No. No, master. This doesn't look good. Troll, not awake yet. He was not really awake yet. Caught him off guard. He did castle, getting the king to safety, though. I don't really like castling queenside. He has e5 here. But I guess it's not so simple. If e5, I just take it. May not be so good, after all. I mean, it looks good optically. The optics are good for e5. But I'm not sure it really does anything. I have f5. Clearly an idea. Dangerous one, because it does unleash his bishop there. I'm taking this. I was going to take it last move. I'm definitely taking it now. This doesn't look good for white. That's no problem. Do you want to take with a rook or with a queen? I guess rook takes. There he has knight e5. Your knight can only do one thing, either take here or take here. Can't do both. I'm still dreaming of castling kingside. Could happen. Under the right circumstances. Broke and bitless till payday. I love how you think I had days off. You mean you're just going to be done for a few hours and back to work again? That doesn't sound right. I mean, if you have like a 23-hour shift, shouldn't you have like a day off after that or something? I naively assume that's how it works. Like you're rewarded for your insanely illegal overtime with the occasional day off. One would only assume. If not illegal, then immoral. Overtime. Inhuman. I'm just judging by the doctor shows that I saw on TV. You know, the hospital shows that you watch on TV. That's the only thing I can think of where people would work 20-hour shifts. Would be like in the medical field. Alright, nothing like our mining inspector. WJ Loof, we've had 100 donation on your behalf. Thank you, Astrobate. This is not Troll's best game. He is toast. Everything is under control. I watched too many episodes of Saint Elsewhere. I don't know. There's a show you don't hear about anymore. I'm old school. Forget ER. Bishop d4. Again, I don't watch much television, for those of you that are television lovers. I really ought to castle. I said I was going to castle, I'm going to castle. I drop my e7 pawn if I castle. Does it matter? This is good. Actually. This doesn't look good for white. He's only down a rook, but he has a lot of counterplay. Just kidding. Queen b2, Troll. You saw it here first. That is pinned. Welcome, guys. Thank you. We got challenges from a new player, Sudarshanv and Sumitra. Why are those names exactly the same number of letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I anal retentive or what? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're exactly the same number of letters. and they both start with S. You know you're a little bit obsessive compulsive if you count the number of letters in the opponent's names. Just kind of a weird coincidence. 11 letter names that start with S. But the rating is quite different. Dweep, also haven't seen that player in a while. Troll found it. The devastating Queen B2. Got me. He's only down the exchange here. And 3 pawns. If it wasn't for the 3 pawns part, it wouldn't be so bad. Rook B8. Hanging on there. Go to the open file. This wasn't good. This wasn't a good game by Troll. Trading piece is definitely bad. That's definitely bad. I'm 21-28. Chess 960 ratings. You know, when I go to my account, by the way, like if you click on my account, shouldn't I be like the top 100 in Chess 960? I mean, there's not that many people playing Chess 960. What's the top rating? I should be like in the top few hundred at least. Alright, Rapid I should be close too. My account doesn't display my ranking. Dweep, Sudhar, Sumil, and Virat Carlson. Virat Carlson has... Oh, that's weird. That's 13 letters. No, just 12. Okay, I know I'm being strange. We're counting this gotta stop. We're counting the number of letters in our opponent's names. Could be something with QAnon. Alright, Dweep is up. We haven't faced Dweep in a while. Pewed in reverse. I don't remember what they play. Whatever. I'm not going to focus too much on who I'm playing. Let's just have fun. The Ukrainian variation of the old Indian. Disallowed. Just normal King's Indian after that. That's so disappointing. Let's try something weird. Mr. Ilyas. In Hungarian, it would be Ilyas. I'll try it that way. The Lana system against everything? Why would you want to play Bishop F4 when I have a pawn on D6? I don't get it. Alright. That's kind of a weird reaction. Strange move to play. Alright, what am I doing? Actually. He wants to stop E5. Because I haven't played a rated game in the last week. That explains everything. I never play rated games. That's why. Now I understand. Thanks, Miro. By the way. Miro BTW. He knows all the secret ways that lichess works. And learning is half the battle. Queen is attacked here. I don't like this endgame that much. But I'm not sure I like my other options either. Queen c7, c5. I think I just whistled when I said that. That was weird. Check and queen c7. Wet your whistle. How often do you whistle when you talk by accident? That's a hole in between my teeth. The gap. One gapper. Alright. We've got knight c3 back again. I'm in a weird mood today. So you just went back. That's annoying. What if I play rook b8? I mean, knight Freudian slip. Knight bd7 with the idea of rook b8. I gave away my own plan with this Freudian confusion. Man, this is annoying. What if I repeat the position and then change my mind? Don't do like a Kasparov simul thing where you try to take a draw by repetition. Come on, give me a break. That's stupid. You can't do that. That's illegal. I'm concerned about queen c7, c5. So I probably have to trade queens here if I want to play for a win. If you want to call it playing for a win. I'll loosely refer to this as playing for a win for black. I mean, it does look relatively solid, but not what I really had in mind. I'm not sure that chess is going to be enough to keep our dementia away. I'll just warn you right now, alright? But you need to use the mind in as many different ways. You know, exercise the mind in as many different ways as possible. My mom did extensive, like, word puzzles when she got Alzheimer's. It obviously didn't help. So I can't recommend the word puzzles alone as a way to avoid getting Alzheimer's, the dementia. Whatever. And white's playing an excellent game here. How about a dark square bishop? Yeah, I don't know. e5. d5. Dweep is kind of creepy. Strangely strong. But you know what he's got that most people here don't have? He's like very solid. Almost like he's playing for a draw. I don't get that much. Not too many people play for draws against me. Bishop g5. They have therapy for reversing dementia. Has to be, what are you talking about? Though there is some kind of new pharmaceutical. Some stock report I saw about some company developing a new pharmaceutical for dementia. Troll plays instruments. Interesting. And white is really solid. But Dweep is like this mystery player. No one knows who it is. a5. Maybe c5. Man, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do here. Everywhere I look, he has some sort of a plan against everything. I don't know where to put my pawns. Every time I make a pawn move, it creates some sort of weaknesses in my position. What is this idea here? Do I go here, here? I know white is playing like a god. Positional god. I only play casual challenges Wicked Knight, so later, I'm not sure what that means. But we're taking challenges now from everyone here. If I'm still alive, I think at the end of the game we're going to see like white played like god, basically. Not overtly aggressive style though. No inaccuracies. I've got 7 challenges. I don't like white's style. Brutal to play against. I have a strange score. All these wins against him. If he played like this in the other games, there'd be no way I would have 10 wins against him. This is a new style for Dweeb. I don't recall this style of play before. I have 9 wins against this player. They definitely didn't play in this way in previous games. They're like trying to block the whole game and super correct positionally. Yeah, thanks for following. I've got challenges, a lot of challenges already. A lot of these players I know, some I don't. Man, white's play is just tough to deal with. What a game. I don't want to see it anymore. Please, just stop. I'm just going to offer a draw. Like, check this out. White didn't seem to want to beat me, but they definitely didn't want to lose. They were just playing to, like, be slightly better and not take any risks. But it's a really weird game. Man, I don't know. I gotta get rid of this. I'm just going to offer draw. The position is disgusting. And I'd rather play some interesting games. I'm not better in the final position. B4. I was expecting that earlier. Apparently he did make a mistake at one point. What? Wow, he allowed F6. And I didn't play that, my god. I mean, that was the weird move, right? When he played H4, I assume he should just take here. It was actually really strange that he didn't. He did make one mistake. Alright. I had kind of given up hope. That game is disgusting. That variation is not very good, by the way. Don't play like that Bishop G4 type of defense. It's just not great. I didn't check this player. They do have 100 games, right? Okay. I try to play the French and like white plays knight f3. Who plays knight f3 against e6? What are the chances of that? I never play the French. My opponent doesn't play d4. Asterbay, you do that. So I transpose to an opening I normally play. That was not a good starting game. White doesn't know opening theory, apparently. Bishop g5 and bishop c4 together. That's weird. h6. Bishop h4, knight e4, knight e4, bishop h4, knight c6. So he just like makes up moves without even using any time. Wow. What? He's playing another game right now? Is this a joke? You're playing 2 games at the same time? And using no time to do it? That's pretty hard to believe. So this guy's playing a Grandmaster and me at the same time. I have to be careful I don't lose a piece here. What do I play? Knight takes. This is confusing as hell. And he uses 0 seconds to play this? What? He has like 1 minute in the other game. Alright, knight takes f1. What? Yeah, I don't like to play people who are playing multiple games against me at the same time. Whatever. Let's just take a real challenge. That's too weird. Sorry. I have a policy of just 1 game at a time. Let's take another challenge here. Virat Carlson. I'm just not interested in playing people playing a simul against me. Sorry. If you can't focus on the single game against me, forget about it. It's cool. I'm not interested in playing in a simul against you. He's not even paying attention. What's that about? This is bad for me, probably. Speaking of not paying attention, White should probably play e4 here. I just don't want to, be like a circus sideshow. If you want to play in a simul, I'm not your guy. Play in your simul. I'm selfish. I want to be the main feature. It's like giving odds. He might as well like offer me time odds. Why don't you offer me like 5 minutes to 1 or something instead of playing like other people? The White Sox are from Chicago. Why do you ask that, troll? It seems like a weird time to ask the baseball question. Same time management as last game. 0 time. Even though he's 1700 in bullet, he actually uses 0 seconds for all of his moves. It's really disturbing. Nobody listens to me. Why is that? And White's playing perfectly. So the only reason you're 1800 is because you don't take your time. Otherwise you would be like 2000 at least. But I'm just talking to the wall. It's frustrating when you try to tell people and they don't listen. Chess is made to be a thinking game. I would prefer to play like 40 moves in 2 hours, honestly. Never am I going to understand why there's no S sound at the end of Illinois. You know, there are probably some dialects where we'll say that, Illinois. I imagine there may be some American dialects where they would actually pronounce the S. But it's kind of like considered incorrect. I suppose there are some out there. If it makes you feel any better, troll. What's the history of the word Illinois? Is that American Indian? Something, some sort of corrupted American Indian pronunciation. WJ Lift knows. He knows. Sophisticated positional play. He drew me the last game. Not 1800. Very strong. But white missed e4 in the opening. I guess this is just bad after e4. Okay, I think there's actually games like bishop e4, e5, knight e4, something crazy like that, but it's not really correct for black. Algonquin. GM Tranquilizer, the fake version. Have you been to court over this copyright infringement? Please accept. I know you were on the top of the list. Okay. You got moved. I got all kinds of challenges. Maybe we'll try for h5, h4. I'm not active. I'm not active in anything. Oh no. See, this is the problem. He just plays too fast. Really good player. How's that knight on a5? Worth it? He's lost a rook. Knight b3 is a funny move. Knight b3, queen b3, queen h1, queen b5 check, king e7. Fork it. But if Virat Carlson learns to slow down, they would gain 200 rating points. Because you're playing a simul, man. I'm not interested in you might as well offer me like 5-1 time odds or something. That's insulting, you know. I don't want to like take challenges where people are giving me time odds or playing other games at the same time. Not interesting. It doesn't show respect for a title player to do that, really. All right. It's like you offered me 5 minutes to 2 or something like that. Like you're playing at a disadvantage. It would be the same thing, essentially. It dishonors me. Alright. Sada Masagana. Troll in a roll. Let's take these challenges. So I like this move order, but I'm sure I've already played this against this player. He can play d5 here. Alright, Sada Masagana is 3+2. Alright, well, we'll just have to play 3+2. I don't take 3+2 normally. I was supposed to take the challenge from that other player, too. So you want to cancel this? Alright, let's abort the game. Let's abort the game, and then I'll take the other challenge first. Anyway, and then you can play the next game. Alright, let's do that. 3+2 is too fast. I mean, I can't really commentate on 3+2. I don't have time to talk about the games. Kamsky hates me. He found that I was playing 25 GMs like a simul. What are you talking about, Asterbait? I'm sure Kamsky would be irritated by that too. So what are we doing? Sumil Mitra. You got your challenge back. Kind of a weird start. Little confusion here. Welcome guys to the stream. Kola. Today's not Monday. It's definitely Friday, thank God. Do we ever listen to your commentary? Not you, troll. You're not listening. Not one of the learners. I assume you do, though. You react to things I say. Welcome guys to my stream, International Master William Pascal. Please don't play multiple games at the same time or offer me time odds. I find that kind of hurts, hurts my sense of honor. Very sensitive. I just want to play people who are playing one game at a time. Because if you beat me and a Grandmaster at the same time, that's going to make me look bad. Alright, Bishop G5 in this position is unusual. Interesting. So is it knight e4? I suppose this is a move, though I'm not sure. You tricked me somehow. This is a weird line. Why did I play g6? No, I tricked myself. I played g6. I don't normally play that. So I'm the one, it's my fault. I played g6. I don't really play that variation. It's a normal line, though. Unfortunately, I don't know the theory here. I don't play g6. I always play knight c6, but I got confused somehow with a weird move order and decided to play g6. g6 is a good move, but it's just not the line that I play. I love playing both sides of the Panov, actually. But with white, I also don't play bishop g5. Queen b3 is the main move. Yeah, I mean, but bishop g5, I'm not sure what black's best move is against that. I wish things would just come more naturally to me. It's a weird position. What can you say here? If e6, take e6, maybe trying to break up his center. I could get checkmated if I'm not careful. This is strange. I don't like the endgame after queen a5, queen d2, trade queens. I'm probably okay there. I mean, that would be like a variation. But I also think that white is okay in that ending. I was thinking about e6. This looks risky, though. Yeah, with white I play queen b3. But, you know, I don't think that white can get an advantage in the pawn. I like how white is 1200. Here we go again. 1200. That's aggressive. More aggressive than Dweep, the draw in the first round. Rook h5. He's maybe a little too aggressive. He's seriously doing that. Well, it doesn't work. I have bad news. I was just kidding about rook h5. You guys are crazy. Weekend night, there's about 4 or 5 players. Black is whining. Depends on how you define winning. Troll. Are you sure I'm winning? Maybe I'm better? Winning seems like a bit of an exaggeration. Do have a strong pawn chain. Nice pawn chain. The rook is obsolete. So I'm seeing players of various styles today. Dweep, who was like ridiculously solid, and now Sumil Mitra, who's ridiculously aggressive. A little bit of everything. So what happens if g5? I don't like it. g4 is like a brilliancy. It might be a brilliancy. Yes, he's behind development, but I mean, that is a seriously brilliant move. g4? If I take, he plays h3. Maybe I have something there? Instantly? Seriously, how is white 1200? That's not really possible, right? You're not 1200 and finding h3 here. Yeah, it looks like I have to do this. hg5, bishop g4. hg4, bishop g4. Okay, that's 1200. What the heck is a3 about? Why did he take time out to play a3? I spoke h3, so he probably saw it, yeah. You guys aren't supposed to hear what I said and have time to see it. And play. Play that move. It's against the rules. I'm just like making random moves now. White's style is out of control. But he has talent. It seemed pretty normal at first. I'm just going to keep it simple. With the rook endgame, some streamers have a few minutes delay. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. But I mean, in poker, it's absolutely necessary. I didn't think it was really necessary in chess. Honestly, we're not playing for money. But the slight delay might not be a bad idea. Then it's like difficult for me to interact though. I think if we're playing in like a rated tournament, it's probably good to have the delay. Otherwise we don't really need it. I don't stream poker. I quit playing poker like 5 years ago. I don't trust the environment, the online poker environment. It's not regulated. If streaming had been popular maybe like 5 years ago, maybe I would have gotten into it. But it doesn't change the fact that I don't trust it. It has to be regulated. I mean, I'm not a big fan of government regulation, but to have gambling that's completely unregulated is insane. My opponent is offering me a draw. What? Why would you do that? Seriously? Man, this has been a weird stream. You should play like multiple games against me and another like grandmaster at the same time. Come on, just resign. You meant to press the resign button. You're wasting our time. This is game over. Sometimes they really hit the draw button by accident. Why is it insane not to regulate gambling? I don't know, Troll, do you like to go to casinos where all the games are rigged and the house wins every time? Because if so, then you probably don't want to regulate gambling. It would be like automatically losing all your money to the house. Not too many people are going to be interested in that. That's why, like, I think the number of people who play online poker declined by like 80% in the last 7 years, probably. No one can trust it. Don't go there? What does that mean? I thought you don't listen to what the commentary here. Alright, Praying Mantis is up next. Another massively underrated player. Everyone that I play seems really good. Come on, let's get some weak players. Yeah, well, I don't go to casinos in Hungary, that's for sure. Don't worry. In the United States, I would. In most cases. I'm sure they cheat too, but there is some regulation in place to at least keep it to a minimum. Troll, I already played you. I have 17 challenges. You think I'm going to play you twice? Why would I do that? It's already confusing that you re-challenged me. It's also possible to play both knight g8 and knight d5 here. You're feeling weak today. Good. I want some easy games. I need to build up my ego a little bit. Basically, Mad Ramus, what you're saying is like billionaires don't need more money because they're already rich. We obviously see that working in real life. Everyone who's like a multimillionaire stops wanting more money. I've seen this argument over and over again about online poker, that they don't need to cheat because they're already rich. The richer you get, the more money you want. I mean, this is absolutely standard human behavior. And it's not about making profit for the site. Who knows? You know. No, I don't think that's that strong of an argument. There's no online gambling is not rigged because the rules are already. But I'm specifically talking about poker mostly. But I certainly would never play in an online casino. Like that's forget about it. Please accept my lichess challenge username. You know those people who like stream playing slots and stuff? Are you serious? I know poker players who play online slots. My God. You might as well just like flush your money down the toilet. There are certain ones who are probably streaming that like win as sort of advertisement for online gambling site they're playing on. But I certainly would be frightened at the thought of that. Online slots, online casinos. Great idea. So praying mantis with a sophisticated positional style. He's playing like Nimzovich now. Technically, the way he played this is supposed to be a mistake. It looks like he blundered a pawn. But after making this mistake, by the way, e5 is the move. He reacted badly. Got a bad position, but recovered. Knight a4 is extremely strong, blockading c5. But here you need to take. I'm sure the slots, even like real world, you know, isn't very good, but online slots, yes, good idea. Gotta be better ways to spend your time. You're with the blue hairs, as you call them, masturbate. The first time you said blue hairs, I thought you were talking about like punk rockers or something. I love the sound that the slot machines make in the casino. It's nostalgic. Praying mantis with the awesome sort of positional style. The e5 pawn is important. Able to take it down here. Do I want to know what you're talking about, GM Tranquilizer? I guess you're going to tell me whether I want to know or not. Trolls pushing it. The one who came on a few days ago. Do you want to enlighten me further? Queen takes d4 check, queen d4, knight f3 takes, bishop takes check, and wins a piece. Praying Mantis has a very good positional style. He missed a tactic here. That was a few days ago. Man, you threw me off with a time delay. That was a solid month ago, GM Tranquilizer. That must have been like a month ago. I didn't know what you were talking about. That was a long time ago. Definitely more than a few days. I had forgot what you meant. So I've got tons of challenges. We'll never get to all these challenges. I don't take just subscribers on Fridays to give some new people a chance to play. Alright, I'm sitting and hurting my shins in this position. Alright. Office furniture is not comfortable. You're here from 6 months, but on my other account. The delayed St. George, the new St. George, it's called. New St. George 3 pawns variation. No. No, he had to play knight f3. Christian Bauer likes this. I was thinking what he just did is probably one of White's best lines. So he just transposed straight up to a... Well, we're all waiting to find out. The suspense is killing me. Maybe I will be surprised. Who you are? Are you like a celebrity? Macaulay Culkin? Perhaps? I agree that Donald Trump should be taken out of Home Alone. I don't know if you really support it. That's what we heard in the news, though. That you're in favor of taking him out. I can't believe that GM Tranquilizer is really Macaulay Culkin. Unbelievable. What are the chances? That's even better than Howard Stern. Knight c3. So I'm playing the French here. It's almost every player I play is like fits in the same category of rating. Everyone's around 1800, 1700. I feel like I'm playing the same player again and again. Your mom is home. Oof. That's a new spelling for oof. Pretty funny. I know the feeling. It's been a long time, though. Are you still locked in the basement, troll? His mom doesn't let him out of the basement. State authorities might come to investigate pretty soon. He does get grumpy when he's not allowed out for a while. All right. Beet soup. Classic. I've been to some Russian restaurants in America. That's always standard fare. GM Tranquilizer ban him? Banning who? Who should I ban? Troll? You want to ban Troll? Borscht is beet soup. It's a classic Russian recipe. Well, I don't know. I assume it originated in Russia. I didn't see Yakov Smirnov or any other stereotropes. I haven't thought of Yakov Smirnov in a long time. You're really going back in time. Was Yakov Smirnov in Home Alone? That's about the same generation. Wicked Night. Obviously, your family shops at BJ's wholesale warehouse. All right, knight d3. Processed foods are good for you. How about that guy, one of those protesters at the White House? Did you guys see that? How he insists on having organic food fed to him in jail? Since when do people demand what kind of food they get in jail? Are you serious? You just like demand like a menu or something? No, I don't want the... So you can demand... Yeah, I mean, maybe in New York City or something, but I'm not sure that's going to fly in every jail. Chess lover. I don't think like in small town Texas they're going to be able to hook you up with a kosher meal. Maybe in the big cities. And then every minority would have to get their preferred meal, you know? I'm skeptical. They'd have to have availability of a menu for every conceivable minority of people at every jail. Bishop takes h4 check. Let's not say we did. You know what? I don't need that pawn. Actually, you know what? Maybe I want it. Then his knight stays strong, though, and it opens up h7 threats. Bishop h4 check, king d1. Do I really want to create that nightmare? Well, it's not hilarious. It's kind of frightening. Man, white just melted down. Losing on c8. I mean, I know a lot of people hate Pelosi, whatever. I mean, probably from both sides, but she's a tough lady. Gotta give her credit. My opponent proposed a take back. I can't do take backs, man. Alright. Being lactose intolerant, prison food gives me gas. You think that's what it is? Maybe that's why I have gas all the time. Burping a lot? Is that lactose intolerance? You guys hear me doing that constantly. I just do it nonstop. You guys know. Alright, he went for playing bad chess, but he's better now. Mirales is up. Now, finally we get to... I'm sorry, I can't... You challenged me for a Satomasa. Alright. I'm going to cancel Morales. VIP Morales. Play the Satomasa. Who was first. Morales, you're up next. Don't let me forget. Morales, Wicked Knight, WJ Loof. Sorry, Morales. He really was waiting. I canceled his challenge earlier. VIP Morales is up next. Do not forget. Let's just... When will I be a GM? I don't know, do you believe there's an afterlife? Do you believe in the afterlife? C5 right away. This is probably black's best move here. I don't do the right wing comments in my stream, so we're just gonna end that now. Anything even close to it is banned. No discussion, no questions. I'm streaming till 1:30. But I'm not going to take multiple challenges from people. We've got a ton of challenges. Alright. This is a cool move. Man, this is a good line for black. He probably can equalize here. Yeah, I mean, it's a Grunfeld now. It's a Grunfeld after d5. Yeah, Antonio, I will remember to take your challenge next. I wanted to remind myself to do that. I got a challenge from Fastest Man in the World, rated 3-0. I think I have a friend who played this exact position after 95 with black for a Saturday tournament about 3 years ago. But I don't think that white has anything here. It's probably fine for black. Who do you like more, Magnus, Hikaru, or Fabi? Well, I mean, depends what we're talking about. Like, personality-wise, probably Hikaru. If we're talking about chess-wise, probably Fabiano. Funny, well, a lot of people didn't like Hikaru when he was little. But he also might become obnoxious now that he's, like, extremely rich again. But he went through a period where I started to like him. But if you're talking about purely from the chess standpoint, I don't know. I mean, maybe I like Fabiano. Magnus is great, but he's not really my style. I think I like Fabiano chess-wise of the three of them the most, if you had to ask me. But Fabiano, you know, he made an amazing transformation. I mean, he was not a really spectacular player, honestly. I want to know how Fabiano got so good. You know, how did Fabiano go from being, like, I am strength to world class? He left the United States at one point. I don't know enough about his life. But he moved when he left the United States for like a couple of years to live in Italy, that's when he really started to improve. But what did he do that made him so strong? Because I thought he was extremely, decent, but nothing special. I'm curious what it was that improved Fabiano so much. No, I don't think Fabiano's autistic, troll. I didn't see any sign of that whatsoever. He's not really very social, but I wouldn't see any sort of signs of autism. Being a chess player doesn't really make you an autist. It just makes you antisocial in a lot of cases. That's not the same thing as being autistic. Most chess players tend to be antisocial. Fabiano seemed completely normal to me, and I've met him several times. But I'm curious, really, who was teaching him? And does anybody know? He must have had very, very strong coaching. Yeah, there was someone else recently on my stream. And what was it, the comment they made? So this is how much the media skews people's understanding of who are great chess players. There was someone who was saying that Hikaru had been in the top number 2 in the world or something. I was like, wait, what? Because Hikaru is now a famous chess streamer, people assume he was number 2 in the world. He's never been number 2 in the world. Hikaru's great at Blitz. What was his top ranking? 5, maybe? Miro, no way he was number 2 in rating. I don't believe that. Seriously? What? When? You have to be talking about... Really? That's unbelievable. I mean, what was Hikaru's over-the-board rating? I can't believe that. That's like John Spielman being number 4. We had this discussion, but no one pointed it out. I mean, now that you say it, I'll believe you, but I still find it very strange. That's incredibly hard to believe. He was higher rated than Kramnik. Caruana, everybody? Dude, what is that, Virat Carlson? What are you putting out there? We don't care about Blitz ratings, Virat Carlson. That means nothing, man. Do you know I've never played in a FIDE Blitz tournament? So my Blitz rating must be really accurate, since I don't have one. I mean, what good is a rating system where no one plays games in that rating system? Only the select few who paid $5,000 to travel to Gibraltar to play in some tournament have a Blitz rating. What good is this rating system if only 100 people in the world ever played in a FIDE Blitz tournament? There's one tournament every year in Hungary that's probably FIDE Blitz rated. But you have to be a Hungarian to play in the Hungarian Championship. The problem is the FIDE charges money for their tournaments to be rated. Who wants to pay for that? it should get to a point where rating tournaments should not be, there should not be a charge to rate tournaments. I mean, that's messed up, right? Like in the US, a lot of tournament directors, they don't want to hold tournaments that are FIDE rated because they have to pay like a $50 fee or something. So that's ridiculous. Like, talk about a bad business model. It's like the worst business model of all time. They've got my age correctly. They probably had to charge USCF to report my age or something. There was probably a charge to register my age. FIDE is ridiculous, man. Peoples. Totally. I can't accept them. It's the only international chess organization in town, unfortunately. There's no way, thanks for reminding me, there's no way that you should charge countries and chess clubs to rate the tournaments. It just discourages chess, which is the point of the chess organization, to encourage chess. So you're going to charge money actually discouraging organizers to have tournaments. Sounds brilliant. And charge people money to get titles, to discourage them from achieving titles. Another good idea. No, they should have been pursuing money support from donors and from sponsors, not sucking the money out of chess federations and players. It's just disgusting. Hikaru got to 28-16. I can't believe it. Honestly, the reason why I don't know that is because I wasn't playing chess really much at all between that period from like 2009 until 2016. I was playing poker. I played very, very little chess. So that's my excuse. But I can't really, it wasn't until around 2016 that I started getting back into the game. I still can't really imagine Hikaru could have been ranked number 2. Like, he is so good at Blitz, but Morales, it's been a long time since we played this line. I know about Hikaru Negreanu, but Negreanu, I mean, he's alright. He's always been Mr. Promotion. But it's like he's so, it just seems so overtly like sucking up to Hikaru's money, this Negreanu collaboration. I saw that the other day. But it's like Hikaru is like a magnet now for people who wanna get his money. I'm like, man, if Hikaru wasn't like a many times over millionaire, Negreanu would never be interested in doing that. Call me skeptical. Negreanu has been surrounded by strong poker players for years and years. He was never interested in chess. But now suddenly he's interested in chess when there's an extremely rich guy involved. Yeah, I don't like Short, of course not. Who likes Nigel Short? This is Morales' special variation. Do I support Nigel Short? Why would anybody like Nigel Short? And he's involved himself with FIDE now pretty heavily. They're perfect together. They were made for each other, FIDE and Nigel Short. But most things are about money. Negreanu making himself relevant again. I mean, I never really hated Negreanu, but it seems so it just doesn't seem sincere. Suddenly making, oh, he's interested in chess. It's really fake. There are so many good chess players who are around the poker world. If the guy was interested in chess, he would have been interested in chess like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. It's so made up. But I guess Hikaru may have. I don't know who instigated that. There have been chess players involved with poker since it started being popular. I would know. But it's a combination of the Queen's Gambit. So Negriano's trying to attach himself to the Queen's Gambit chess sort of trend to help make himself relevant. And Hikaru likes poker. He's a strong amateur poker player, I guess. Though I've never played with him or something. He's obviously a smart guy, so he's probably good at most games, I would assume. I didn't start at Astrobate. It was going a long time. I mean, there's a lot of players who are good at poker and chess before me. I'm pretty late on the bandwagon, actually. Elon Schwartz is my personal reference. I mean, he was just a FIDE master, but a really good player. I can name a lot of players who are great at chess and poker who came along before me. I'm like really have no claim to that sort of title. I'm late to the game. Yeah, I don't like the elitism either. I mean, I don't like that about chess, that, you know, well, chess tournaments are elitist too. Tournaments like Gibraltar, Isle of Man, it's like, who goes to those tournaments? Only rich people. I decided to sack a pawn here. Maybe I can castle queenside, actually. Yeah, I hate elitism. Totally agree. I just think that, I'm trying to find the right word. I mean, chess shouldn't be a sport just for the rich, you know. H5. What are you going to do? What if I play rook d1? You're going to castle kingside? What's the weirdest opening that I've played over the board? Knight h3 on the first move. Probably. I played it against Horvath Old, who's IM level, and I almost lost. I was lucky not to lose. And I played the St. George with black. I played Knight h6 too. That's my patented, like, self-invented opening. Knight h3, Knight h6. I played it in a team game, but my team sucked. And I didn't feel like we had anything to lose. So I was like, whatever. Alright, I'll play Knight h3. Just to kind of mess around. But that was when I was in my poker era. And I didn't take chess that seriously. So I was messing around a lot. Ironically, my rating was higher than it is now. It's kind of funny. Morales is amazing. What free pawn do you want? The one on c5, the one on g2, the one on g7? He's going to get counterplay on the 7th rank. Not so easy. I have too much pressure on the C file. Well, Bijak, you're in Serbia. I mean, it's a great country for chess. They're having a tournament, aren't they? I thought that was kind of surprising. There was some open in January. I mean, there's not a lot of money in Serbia, Hungary, but we have a lot of tournaments in these countries. Prizes aren't very big, but there's still a lot of love for chess. Not Belgrade Open. There was some Paracine Open or something like that. Man, Morales is falling apart here. GM Tranquilizer, I've probably played like 2,300 tournament games. I mean, I've seen pretty much everything. Nah, he's lost. But I feel like I swindled you. Literally, like, all these pawns are hanging. But wait is better. Maybe my game was sound. Damn. So you should have taken the pawn according to the computer with bishop g2. But anyway, it was an interesting game, Rouse. We haven't played this line in a while. I'm not sure if the way I played it is correct or not. So I'm not going to get to all the challenges. We have an hour left, though, so quite a few. I don't take rated challenges. Man, I can't believe Hikaru was ranked number 2 in the world. That's surprising. I've been arguing that he wasn't. Thanks for correcting me. But I really didn't follow much what was going on around that time. I was really out of chess between like 2010 and 2015. Not completely, but almost. Will lichess bring back more NGN analysis? Wicked Knight has been waiting to play for quite a while. He has secretly played chess. He's supposed to be doing his homework. Alright. This is not good. You're not supporting your center with anything but the knight and the queen, and you lose control of the center without a stable pawn. E4 is possible, but I think knight f3 is my preference. This is not really a good opening. So-called Marshall defense. Maybe knight f6 is one of the better ways to play it. He famously took the Mensa IQ test and scored a very average 102. Did he do that for one of his streams or something? Sounds like a good way to get some attention. Knight c6. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. A lot of people, oh, you're a chess master, you must be a genius. It's a certain skill set. You don't have to be a genius to be good at chess. Do you think that Hikaru is like Bobby Fischer or something? I mean, he's basically good at chess because of how much he played and how hard he's worked. He wasn't a massive prodigy. I mean, there's different ways to achieve greatness. You know, you work your way up. He wasn't the greatest prodigy in the history of chess. He's gradually improved. In fact, most people didn't think that Hikaru would be even close to best in the world. You know, as far as prodigies go, he was very average, I would say. James Woods plays poker. Knight takes c3. I think Mensa is overrated. I love it when people like put that in their profile that they're a member of Mensa. The only thing that's proving is that you're extremely elitist and arrogant, and you want some title to try to prove that you're smart. In a way, it sort of proves that you're stupid. If you need to prove how smart you are by some sort of number, you're probably not that intelligent. If you feel the need for that. I've never taken an IQ test, but I doubt, maybe when I was a little kid, but I doubt that I'm a genius. Troll, are you talking about the 14-year-old Bobby Fischer or the like 60-year-old mentally ill Bobby Fischer? Which one are you referring to? So a guy who has like mental illness, very serious mental illness. You gonna judge him for that? He wasn't like healthy mentally or something. This setup doesn't give black enough space. My chances to attack on the king side are massive. Why did you pull your knight back to c6? I accidentally unbanned him. That was kind of funny. Sorry about that. That's been a while. He wanted to get banned, apparently. Been working on it really hard. Speaking of mental illness, it's going around. We all have a little bit. Alright, this seems to be problematic for black. Morales, yeah. Morales is nothing but a troublemaker. I just double-clicked. This mouse is very sensitive. I didn't mean to tease him like that. I was like, wait, Mr. Coffee unbanned him. So I thought somebody else was conspiring against me. Morales, yeah, you're a troublemaker. Nothing but trouble with you. You're one of the few people that's never been banned from the stream. Acerbate, never been banned. That's one of the #1 rules of being a VIP. In order to become a VIP, you have to never have been banned from my stream. It's a pretty good sign if you've never been banned after attending for like 3 years. Budapest Gambit. The Budapest Gambit should be banned, perhaps. I like to play it too, though. Did I play Honigberger yet? Let's see. I can't remember. We've played quite a few games. We've left aborted some of the games. I can't remember who I've played. I have not played Honigberger, right? You're doing well for 2 months, 3 months. Turkey Farm's never been banned. Miro never been banned. I feel like you have to either try really hard or be watching Esserman to get banned. I don't know, Miro. I've got my eye on you. I noticed you played in an Esserman simul or something. I mean, that's definitely frowned upon. But I don't think I have the right to ban you for that. You choose your own destiny. That's not my business. But my friends here, I see what they do on the... That's kind of creepy. You can like stalk people on lichess. If you add them as your friend, you can see all their activities and stuff. I just see these random messages that pop up like, Miro joined Esserman Simul. You know, I'm not like stalking you or something. The site just does that. WJ, wait, what happened to the last challenge? Alright, we're going to take a challenge from WJ Loof. I think I just lost that other challenge. We'll get it back. Alright, WJ Loof. This is a rare, a rare thing. WJ Loof was working a lot and they don't get to play very much on the stream. That's the gimmick. He's into gimmicks. Everybody has to have their gimmick, I guess. It sounds a little... They comfort him. Thy rod and thy staff. Banned and mocked are like the rod and the staff, I guess. My rod and my staff comfort me. It's some sort of biblical reference. Bishop e5. WJ Lives, so playing f5 recommended the Schliemann. Yeah, Esserman did go to Harvard, but so did Tom Cotton. Didn't he? I mean, there's some pretty scary people in, like, the U.S. Congress who supposedly went to Harvard. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. It doesn't mean what it used to mean, anyway. Have I ever resigned on move 1? scary maniac members of the U.S. Congress have supposedly gone to Harvard, but, you know, let's say I have a little more respect for MIT. I lived in Boston for 15 years. Harvard is about money, and it's about connections. Though you can get a great education there, I would respect someone who has a degree from MIT a lot more than Harvard. So we've got d5. Knight e5 is the main line, but I don't really play that line. Are you going to Harvard? I lived in Boston for 15 years. It's hard to go to Harvard from Budapest, Hungary. I went to Boston University. We were frowned upon by Harvard. Harvard graduates look down on us at BU. So I have a lot of hatred built up. I lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts for a time. Spent a lot of time around Harvard. I've taught Harvard professors to play chess. I have a lot of friends who connected to it. But there was always like the running joke. Boston University was always like disrespected compared to MIT and Harvard when you lived in Boston. Alright, anyway. WJ Luft, Knight G3 is a Karpov quiet move, and you found the line. This is the best move, I think, Bishop G4. We have to give up a little time here to get the bishop pair. GM Tranquilizer. Stop trolling. There is another baseball player with the same name. I'm not that old. There is a current NBA player, I think, with my name. I thought. I could be wrong. All right. Didn't pay attention carefully. Porn channel, that's another question. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Trying to get banned will not help you. WJ Luft concentrating here. I had this game last with Nefedov, one of our former subscribers. He's been around for a long time. He's not banned. You passed your first law exam. Congratulations. I could never imagine law school. That must be tough. I was just so happy to get my undergrad degree, and it's so expensive, I just gave up after that. I didn't try to go beyond bachelor's degree because of my great chess aspirations, but also the expense of master's programs. Need more mods, maybe. We might need another mod or two. Yeah, we're a little short on mods today. Mr. Coffee hasn't been around lately. He was our primary mod. I'm looking for mods who spam the chat a lot. D3. I can't remember now. Is he supposed to play E4? That doesn't seem right. No, I have Queen H5 check. So Black's, this is right. Knight F6 is right. The question is my D3 right or not? H6 looks wrong. Weakening his white squares, where he already has a weakness. He wants to stop bishop g5, but I don't think it's a threat. His real problem is on the white squares. Queen f5 is interesting. Yeah. I guess he could play queen d7, but yeah, queen d7 would defend. So h6 is definitely a mistake. But I think primarily it's just too slow. I can probably pick this pawn off. There's no time. I mean, this is already a very marginal variation for black, and it just works, just like barely holds together, but h6 is too slow. So I'm thinking rook e1, bishop d6, bishop f4, castle, sacking a pawn. I could play knight f5 also. I'm a little nervous about leaving the f2 square undefended by the rook. I'm going to gamble here that there's nothing for black. Astrobate's a good choice. But I don't want to distract him already. He seems very distracted. Astrobate needs to concentrate more on his chess. Bishop takes e5. Black has knight e4. Oof. WJ Loof. Oof. WJL Oof. I'm sure that you're right, Dr. Tripp. Now we're taking our life in our hands with this move. The consequent decision. Now, can black find a resource here? Well, I already said it. This move might be even stronger. I missed 97. So did Dr. Tripp. We were suggesting 94. I might just be lost now. I'm losing the exchange. No, I'm losing more probably. I'm losing at least an exchange. So what's the best I can get? A pawn for the exchange, if I'm lucky. Good game by black. 95, rook e5, bishop e5, queen e6 check, followed by queen e5. I can't play queen e6 because of knight f7. I have to play it this way. Check and take the bishop. I'm down the exchange, but I've got a pawn for it. And his structure is not great. But black is still objectively winning at the grandmaster level. At the master level, let's say. He's objectively winning here. Nice job. I was lazy trying to win that pawn with bishop f4, and that was what I was afraid of. You know, counterplay here. Rook e8 looks wrong. You've got the rook on an active file here. There's no sense to take it off. You should play queen f6. Attacking f2, attacking b2. If you could trade queens, it's a very difficult position for white with no counterplay. Actually, still queen f6 is best. Here he'll have a broken structure. Those rooks are pretty nasty. A3 was very passive by me. Not sure if that's a good idea. Now he's threatening stuff. How's my knight on f5 though? Gotta like that. Knight on f5. It seems like WJ is reluctant to trade queens. Maybe because he's afraid to play an ending. But that's never a good place to be. If you're not confident in your endgame, you're at a very distinct disadvantage. Now at least my knight is tough to deal with. Tricky, tricky. He can just repeat moves. Rook e8 now. That's annoying. You're almost winning here. Time eventually got him. Man, nice game. So you're totally winning. This whole plan was bad. Dr. Trips was probably right, some alternative plan. I mean, even knight f5 is better than what I did. Man. I wanted material. I was greedy, you know. This is such a good example. You could put this in a book, honestly. Such a good example of being materialistic. But I think that even rook e1 might not have been good. I mean, why do I need to play rook e1? This rook is protecting my f2 pawn. Dr. T. Dr. T's pierogies. Mrs. T's. Queen f5. Honestly, I figured you don't have that here. Oh, so you never had queen e7. See, that's what I hallucinated. Oh, that's weird. No, so if I play queen f5 right away, black has queen d7. What I failed to appreciate is I had this in-between move, and then I take this pawn, which is also greedy. Nice game, WJ. Had me beat. But don't be afraid to trade queens when you're out material. Better was queen h5, apparently. Yeah, knight d7 is brilliancy. I only saw this, and I was like, okay, I'm better there. No problem. Here, though, that changes the whole game. Now white is maybe lost after knight d7. It's a sneaky retreating move. So this is trouble. And now if you trade queens, I thought here. Excellent chances to win. Queen f6, rook f6, rook f1. I mean, I could take the file temporarily, threatening this. Good job. All right. We got time for a couple more games. Pray with me. I need glasses. Getting up there. I never had glasses. All right, we've got non-key adesso. But I have to take the challenges in the order I get them. No rated challenges. 5 plus 3 is acceptable. Your challenge doesn't work. Astrobate, but I'm not gonna rate. I'm gonna avoid rating like people who are streaming on the Evil Chess site. If someone's streaming on lichess, I will consider rating them, but I don't want to promote other chess sites. Definitely, I want to rate someone if they're streaming on this site. D4. She said she was going to stream on chess.com, which isn't cool. Not into that. All right. Petrosian with A3. You know, I only play on lichess myself. This variation is considered to be not so good for black. I've tried it in some blitz games without great results for black. I mean, it's probably not that bad. You're trading pieces. How bad can your position be? Well, I mean, I you know, for me, it's more not only that it's a superior site in many ways, but I don't like the way that a chess site is trying to, you know, make people pay for memberships to the site. I was just arguing how I don't think that FIDE should charge people for rating tournaments and titles, and I would argue the same thing about chess sites trying to make money from their members. Whatever. I'm not interested in chess.com. I could make a lot more money by streaming on there, but it's a matter of principle to me. Principle is more important than money for me. It's not for a lot of people. I'm aware of that. If I was streaming for the sake of money, I would stream on another site, but that's just not what I care about. So, bishop g6 followed by bishop e7. Black, I guess, will play for d5 like French. I don't know that I've ever had to play this position with white. And I think with black, I gravitated toward playing bishop back to b7. So this is interesting that he puts his bishop on g6. One would think like f4 is a move even. So if I play f4, d5, we go for the space race. This is like spatially greedy. Money is the root of all evil. G3 suggested. Not that I'm against money. By the way, if you guys would like to donate. But donations are one thing, you know. But I don't want to be forced. And people shouldn't be forced to pay to play chess. It's not the only thing, though. I just don't like that site. The people that run it are creepy. Not interested. F4 is outrageous. I agree. It's a little over the top. The knight has got to go. This player is extremely unconventional. The master of hypermodernism, I would call him. You should see some of the stuff he's done with b6 against me. He didn't play it on move 1 here. It's usually e4, b6. But white isn't very close to danger here, overextending, for sure. What about pawn takes? My king will be just like chilling in the center of the board if I play that. But it should be considered very seriously. But of course the natural move should be considered. Most of all. Which books you like to read? Are you talking to me? You watched Annabelle last night. The horror movie? That I haven't done. I never watched Chucky either. It just seems too childish somehow. I guess the reviews weren't that good on the Annabelle front. We have to keep him separated. Wow, the F5. That's insanely brilliant. This is insanely brilliant for black. The idea being that he can like drop back to F7. Wow. E5 bishop F7 or E5 take. E5 bishop F7 must be the idea. I am frightened. Alright, I guess it will be a mess after this. Very unclear. He can take bishop F7, but then I take on F5. A5, just calmly playing A5. Interesting. Wow. Damn, Turkey Farm. It's amazing that black can just sit there and calmly play A5. But he's securing his bishop on C5. I asked the stream would be available for my friends. What are you talking about, Astrobate? We are your friends. We're available. I wish I had a clue what was going on here. This is just too close to the Twilight Zone for me. Just a little too much Twilight Zone in this game. It's like black wants to try to create the weirdest position he can possibly play. Almost, is what I feel. Like, he's not even just trying to play the best moves. It seems like he's trying to play the weirdest moves he can find while still playing a good game. That is surprising. Sorry, this is beyond me. Beyond my level to play like that. I don't see how I can possibly be better here. You have another check there. Yeah, I mean, that's a weird game, man. Is it my turn again? This is a really weird game that Black plays. I feel like I'm facing a stronger player, honestly, playing this game. We're still in book here. But I didn't know the theory at this point. F4 is kind of crazy. I was afraid of bishop d3, d5, but I'm overreacting, I guess. I just don't know what you're supposed to do after that. Bishop e7 is the second best move, according to the engine. And I don't trust the theory here. Not enough games. You know, I think there's a lot of improvements. Black made 4 blunders. He was winning completely. After this, I mean, I freaked out. Clearly this idea of going to the H file was devastating. But I have to play, like, perfectly here. I don't know what to do. I'm lost after this. But this game was unbelievable for Black. Alright, I don't know. We have time for one more game for today. At least. Maybe 2. Hey, it's Miro. Alright. What about Mark Linkus? Oh, that was Asterbait. Talking about my lichess name. Alright, let's go. Song requests? It just makes people angry or sad. No, I don't do music on the stream. I love music, but it's just too personal. I have trouble concentrating as it is. Why am I playing Queen C2? I guess it's not a bad move. I feel like he should go for d6 here, probably. Interesting. b6. Can you do this? It's true that my bishop is blocked, but I suspect that this is not correct for black. Unusual setup for black. I don't know. Again, you'll see, like, last time I played queen takes d2 against him, but I was unhappy with the game. I have a bad score with that move. I lost to Kosic once. Carlsen plays this line with black. It's pretty boring. I never personally wanted to play bishop takes d2 check, but it's a very solid way for black to play. He surprisingly has some winning chances, as my own game would attest. How easily I lost with white was surprising, but h6 now. What is he going to do? He has to defend h7. But I think that white's got to be better here. I just hate pop music. I'd like kill myself if I had like a stream where I let people request music and I had to listen to like just standard pop music. Country western stream. I'm gonna do a country western stream, chess stream. Andrash. It was like when I first started streaming, Andrash came on my stream and we played some games. It was funny though. Like I had been out of chess for 5 years and he had moved to Australia, so I was like, Andrash, Tot Andrash. I can't know there's no Tot Andrash. We had played in Hungary in like 2004 or 2005, and I like forgot who he was. Actually, we played in 1997 in one of my first tournaments. Now that I think about it, I think, yeah, he was pretty young. Maybe like 16 or something. This looks bad for Hey, it's Miro. White has a nice advantage here. Very strong attacking chances. No counterplay for black. Well, there is some counter. This c5. I'm officially giving up on playing f4 with this move. I think you should go with c5. White's just like viciously active here. e6. e6 has some problems in that it gives up control of f6. Not sure I want to do that. But what do? Bishop f5? Be on the safe side? Bishop a6 didn't trade pieces when he played it, so I'm doubtful about its effectiveness. This is a very strong position. It looks like a very bad, what do you call it, open Spanish. The structure with the huge pawn on e5, massively advantageous for white. What did he do wrong? Well, I mean, the whole thing with b6 was kind of dodgy. Black should probably play either d5 or d6, playing for e5. This fianchetto here looks wrong. I play the bogo with black a lot, but not this particular line. Right. I mean, c5 is the right idea, but I think that black's late. You are late. How late? Late as in dead? The late, hey, it's Mira. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It looks like a attacking position for white. Deep breath. I've kind of regretted having my queen on c2. It would have been better here, in retrospect. What about you, Asterbate? Your kind of position? I have a plan now. Finally. You read my mind. That doesn't count as giving me a move because it was already in my mind. I said I have a plan. This is the plan. Of course that's the plan. Always rook lift. I don't normally get like caveman attacking positions like this. Me caveman. Me lift rook. You die. So my analysis here was basically sack on g6 and I'm winning, but I'm not so sure. There is e6. Me caveman. You Jane. You know, but it's not so simple because he has a stupid queen g5 move, like bishop g6 takes, queen g5. It saves him. There is e6 though. It's still not so clear though. b4 is possible, among other things. If you want to play just a random move, you can play a random move here. b4, trading my bishop on f5 for the knight on c5. When he wakes up the next day, his whole position is ripped to shreds. After the fighting is over, this the black position is in tatters. I couldn't think of a better idea. Now he has like mate on g2, some such fantasy. But be careful. Don't let your guard down. Never let your guard down. Knight f3 seems good. Eventually, the weaknesses will decide. Plus his lack of development. That's a little awkward for me because he has queen h7. That was my only issue. Is the queen h7. Queen g6 is not as good. Now G2's protected. That's like a pre-move. A funny pre-move blunder. He tricked me. There's no mate. Where's the mate? Oh, rook e3. Yeah, this wasn't good. I mean, has anybody else played b6? Is that a move? Probably not. Queen c2 is rare, I'll bet, though. It's not a bad move, the queen c2. It's kind of non-critical, but decent. Got him out of book. So b6 isn't good. Looks like after this I have a clear advantage. Alright guys, time for one last game. Kulakata. Kulakata. d5 is good, what? Sure, I'll just skip over the other people who are waiting a long time. Be right with you. Alright guys, this is my last game for today. Show your VIP pass to the bodyguard at the door. We'll let you right in. After queen c2, he can play either d6 or d5 last game. This e3 is weird, but he's trying to get in the devastating d4. Get to the job site. WJL Oof. WJL Oof. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing in a tough game today. So what do? I have to play bishop g4 to stop white from playing d4. It was a crisis-filled stream today. Lots of hysteria and bannings. What are we going to do? He just gave up on d4 temporarily. How about queen d7? Now we have no h3, and he still can't play d4. Waiting move, preventing exchange of bishops. But I think it's a plan that's slightly overrated in general. I used to think that was always good, but I've had second thoughts about it. I won't ban you, Pawn to be Wild. I'll take that as a joke. Alright, knight h6. What are we going to do? You see, now I did contend this might be a possibility, but it's very inconsistent in a way. You know, his whole plan was to play e3 and d4. Now he's completely shifted the pawn structure to e4 because I put my knight on h6. But I understand there's a reasoning behind it. Maybe I'll go back to g8. Maybe I'll play f6 and knight f7. What would Bent Larson do? Could I play? I mean, f5. Who was it that did f5? Cheesy Noob would play an early f5. f5's not that stupid though. This is different from where Cheesy Noob did f5. f5 might not be that ridiculous. It has some problems though. I mean, he does have a file here. He has a long diagonal. f5 might actually help his pieces. I'm not sure what I should do. Fondue. Dew of fawns. Jim is here. Still with us. After all these years. What does black play now after e4? Well, he is in a pretty bad pin. Not so easy to get out of it. How does he get out of this pin? I mean, knight on bd2 is really passive. Long castle. Well, I was talking yesterday about Cheesy Noob's game, where his opponent castled queenside in the Benoni. Normally, you're not castling queenside in the English or any opening where your opponent's like bishop is gunning on the long diagonal. The dragon is like an exception sometimes, but here his bishop is restricted, so it's definitely not something I've never done before. I admit in the symmetrical English, I have played games where I castle queenside, but normally they would be like special positions where I say played like bishop takes knight on c3 or something. So he did knight d2, but he still has this problem with like how to get out of the pin. He can move his queen to a square here. Like, which one? He has a lot of squares for his queen. Definitely. Unfortunately, I can't play h5, h4, one of Ponda's favorite plans. Symmetrical English with opposite side castling. Yeah, that is funny. Alright, sorry. Guys, this is the last game for today. So knight f1. He's trying to play knight e3, and I've got the misplaced knight on h6. So I don't like that. But we've got the f5 now for reals. Now we've got to do it. We're pretty committed. Turkey Farm's always predicting my moves. He's always saying it like the instant right before I played it. He called rook e3. That was my idea. No, what was it? g4 in that other game, which was a nightmare. Always with the dubious attacking moves. That other game I should have lost earlier with the overextending g4. Maybe it was the best move. I didn't check carefully. It looked really risky. But I mean, here we have so many options with our knight on h6. Plus the build up on the pin makes sense. Yes, f5 is natural. Well, we've been trying to set it up. This rook swings across here. It's essentially a closed Sicilian. Got the really nasty pin. We're threatening to win by force. I am confused. I think I have a plan. Looks pretty good. Soylent Green is people, Astrobate. Don't forget it. Here's a check. Always check. Check is a good defense, actually. It is a good defense. That's a good defense too. Damn. So I can't mate him. Very disappointing. That's really, really disappointing. Guess we can still go for it, but it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Maybe I can play knight g4. That's not mate though. If knight g4, e5, saves everything. I love the smell of bacon in the morning. Burning bacon. This has to be mate somehow. Damn. Where's the mate? Look at this tricky move. I must really be like getting blinded by the light. Getting blind. Gave it up. No mate though, no direct mate. It's like a bacon version of Apocalypse now. 30 viewers. I'm gonna have to leave you guys for now. 30 viewers. We'll see you later. Thank you everybody for joining me. And we'll be back Sunday with 2 streams. Sunday we've got 3 p.m. battle, mega streamer battle, and 6:30 p.m. simul stream, which we do every week. Join us for those, guys. 2 streams on Sunday. Thanks everybody for supporting the stream. Astrobate, thanks for the donation, man. 50 bits there. Appreciate it, guys. If you can, please subscribe. And I will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.